Thank you so kindly. As I've been saying, I'm Mr. Ortyom Neer, the National Commission for Museums and Monuments, Nigeria. I'm presenting on the topic learning in 21st century. Digitization has impacted tremendously on internationalization of higher education globally today. It actually became progressively so serious during the COVID pandemic time. It has been evident among humans that changing events brings about innovations, brings about developments, and man in his apparent ability to overcome his physiological limitations has often put in a lot to see that he makes a way forward, probably by using tools. On this note, we'll be looking at digitization in the light of a tool for enhancing and developing the impact of internationalization in higher education. Digitalization is a way of converting information from analog to a digital process platform. There are ways that are followed in doing it. Digitalization has done a great deal to facilitate knowledge and awareness in academic institutions. On this note, we'll be looking at the processes that are followed in digitization. In the processes, we have sampling, we have scanning, we have recording, and we have data. Examples: texts such as articles, books, and papers. Then you have images such as artworks, and photographs, and others. Then you have recording such as music, you have interviews, and others. Then you have, in the area of data, you have, for instance, numerical data, you have weather data readings. Now we look at the impact of digitization. Digitization as a process it involves systems and processes that are used and done, as I've said. You need gadgets to be used in the process of digitization. You could use smartphones, digital wristwatches, laptops, and other digital gadgets. Now we have the impact. The impact of digitization, for instance, the cost. It saves cost. Digitization as a process ensures the possibility where students, teachers teach, learn in a space unhindered, unlimited, where one does not necessarily need to go to a four-wall classroom. In this respect, it saves costs that ordinarily would have involved in transporting here and there or evolving into one or two other expenses. Also, digitization is enhanced where there is flexibility and comfort. One might not really need to explore other expensive areas or uncomfortable scenarios, but you find yourself in a more comfort zone of your choice. And it makes it much more flexible. It creates a more conducive atmosphere for learning and teaching. It is also all-encompassing. Digitization as a process enhances on research, enhances on students' ability to learn, enhances on instructors to teach, it enhances on all ways of learning, teaching, researching, and all of that. It is also improve cross-border collaboration because it enables an environment where people of diverse backgrounds, cultures come together in an unlimited space of learning. That's visual classroom. A visual classroom, as we know, could be referred to a learning where is digitally an environment of learning where students learn in a digital-based environment, where it's not in a real-time classroom per se. Then we have the other impact, which is data integrity. Data integrity is very important, quite significant in digitization because it enables a possibility of protection of data. It's not just for mere storage, long-term storage of data. It ensures a possibility where data is saved and protected in the event of any cyber attack. It's a process of also mitigating cyber attacks or damage on digitized information and documents. Now, we'll look at the benefits of digitization. Digitization is flexible, so it creates a more meaningful atmosphere for people to manipulate documents, enhance research, easy accessibility. It gives possibility of one researching easily. It creates a more conducive atmosphere where students, teachers, researchers conduct research easily without necessarily following the analog platform. We have online libraries and we have series of other digitally based curriculums that are being run by different universities globally. So it actually enhances teaching and learning. It is also a process where information could be stored, accessed, and shared, which makes it much easier for learning. Now we'll look at the challenges. In digitization, practically we have a very basic problem of information being copied and used without the express permission of the copyright holder. This has created room for intellectual property theft and has given into piracy and all of that. We also have another challenge inherent in digitalization, which is the expensiveness of the technology. When it's being over-relied on, it becomes expensive. Another problem inherent also in digitization, we're talking about the problems, is when informations are not properly protected, are not well labeled or identified, could be lost, and retrieval might pose as a challenge. Now we go to conclusion. My conclusion, I've looked at the impact of digitalization on internationalization of higher education. It does not really involve only co-educational institutions of higher learning. We have other corporate government agencies that have done tremendously quite well in enhancing the impact. For instance, I mentioned Deutsche Akademische Austauschdienst, that's the German academic exchange service. They have done so much, sponsoring research, holding conferences, seminars, enhancing people's research ability, bringing in people together from diverse intercontinental levels to meet in a visual meeting to discuss ideas, to discuss research enhancing capabilities. And it also goes to the mention of the same with the Humboldt Research Foundation. I will mention just two. The Humboldt Research Foundation has a climate protection program where fellows, after their stay in Germany, are provided a platform, a network where they interface. It also improves on their cross-border relationship and research. We learn a lot. It enhances easy ways of researching. It excites ambition for learning. It gives one a more flexible way of learning, and it has worked perfectly well in creating awareness, even on climate change. So many people are not aware of what they ordinarily wouldn't have learned, but they've come to learn. Now we are fully aware of the challenges posed by climate change globally. Most of the information derived in this respect comes from digitized documents we've read, we've interacted with people online in visual meetings and all of that. So digitization has had a tremendous impact positively on internationalization of higher education in all ramifications. That is my presentation. Thank you so kindly.